His first thought was anger, mostly because the harpsichord was an antique, never intended to be played. But then he listened to the haunting melancholy tune and felt his stomach roll inexplicably with fear. Oh Gott, will ich's wirklich wissen? Darf ich diesmal wenigstens? Oh, ich darf sogar. Nein. Oh nein. Oh, oh nein. Oh nein. Nein. Gut. Was bleibt denn noch? Jack Freehorn was a man of modest means and desired little comfort. The only piece of furniture to speak of were a bed and a desk. Jack's desk was covered untidily in letters, notes and papers he had been studying lately. A flintlock pistol given to Jack by his father lay gathering dust atop a pile of correspondence. Oh ja. The tall man was playing a haunting melody on the harpsichord. Except for his hands, his body was completely still. Vielleicht haben wir ja Glück. Oh. Hat wohl einen Kult gegründet. With my latest flashback, my knowledge of the history of the cursed wood gained another step. Before the crate it had been a harpsichord, and sometime before the harpsichord it had been part of some kind of hostelry in Wales. An inn called the Unicorn. Why did that ring a bell somewhere in my recent memory? I had definitely seen something in the Cleveland Hotel that was linked to the place, but where? Wo zur Hölle ist Simon? Und woher kommt das ständig? Victim 3. Freehorn. The third man who desired judgment was Freehorn, who had bought from those who made luxuries with the wood that was the prince's soul. The prince came and struck down the lover of Freehorn, and Freehorn knew the name of the king. And Freehorn said, I know you now, O prince, who was the arrogant man, and I anticipate your wish, and I will devote myself to spreading the teachings you have brought me, and the love of our king. And the prince was satisfied, and Freon called all those who would listen, and they formed an order of blessed agonies that would work to redeem the follies of the man of technology. Okay. Alles ist gut. Alles ist gut. Alles ist super. The Order of Blessed Agonies. So. Mit jedem Mal lernen wir mehr. Die Frage ist, ob ich das wirklich vorhabe. Allerdings erinnere ich mich an etwas, das mit einem Einhorn zu tun hatte. Nur wo war das doch gleich? I took another pill and waited for the anxiety to lift, but it did not. To my unending concern, I realized that the decay of the alternate hotel had spread, either to me or the pills, and they no longer worked. I had to find a way to restore the effect, or at least another method of calming myself. From somewhere to the west, I heard the familiar sound of a door being unlocked. Langmann? Was zur Hölle? Ach, die Küche. Oh wow. What had once been a kitchen was now some kind of torture room. I found myself wondering whether it was used for extracting information or merely to entertain the alternate hotel's hellish proprietor. Verdammte englische Tastatur. A horribly tormented soul was still lying on the central counter, limbs arranged oddly from spasms of agony. The emergency door refused to budge. It appeared to be jammed. Won't budge. Okay. The grimy cellar had been abandoned for some time. A large section of floor was worn away. The worn-down area had been conquered by a swarm of greasy black beetles. Ich traue denen keinen Meter. Vielleicht, wenn ich mich ganz unten vorbeischleiche. This concludes the text and notes found at the Clanbrand Hotel on August 4th by an STP investigative agent. By the time of writing, Trilby remains missing in action. Tja, das war's dann wohl. Ach, natürlich nicht. Ihr denkt euch bestimmt schon, was man machen muss, aber das ist einer der vielen Wege, wie man in diesem Spiel sterben kann. Tja, offensichtlich sind's fleischfressende Käfer. Was haben wir noch im Inventar? Wir haben noch unsere Dietriche, die Pillen, die nichts mehr bringen. Eine Cola, mit der wir ins andere Hotel wechseln können, beziehungsweise den jetzigen Zustand, weil wir uns da nicht mehr holen können. Und wir haben noch ein Stück Fleisch. Relativ simpel, was man machen muss. Fress besser das als mich und schnell rüber. Was haben wir hier? Noch ein Körper. At least 2 individuals had met with sticky ants down here. One of them had been almost completely picked clean by the beetles. The other I noticed was heavily decayed except for its hand, which was fresh and pink. I wonder if this had something to do with the puddle of water it was lying in. In the far corner of the room was a puddle of water, created by drips from above. It had a curious color to it, and the drops seemed to glow with their own illumination. The liquid was having a strange effect on the nearby corpse. Wasser trinken? It was almost as if the water was drawn into it, not like a scrabbling thing in my mind like the chisel or the painting, but more like a beckoning siren. I couldn't help myself. I crouched down and dipped my hand in it. It felt uncommonly refreshing, and brought an amount up to my lips, my unhygienic surroundings forgotten. As a pleasant feeling of simultaneous coolness and warmth spread to my stomach, I realized that the water had some sort of rejuvenating effect. I had no explanation for this, but at the time I didn't care. I was beginning to feel in the back of my mind the familiar tickling sensation that indicated reality shift, so I swiftly scooped a few drops into liquid into my pill bottle, shaking it through the remaining pills. Und das ist doch schon ein Keller, der mir ein bisschen besser gefällt. Vielleicht sollte ich speichern. Oder habe ich noch was vergessen? Nö. Oder? Nee. Okay, vergiss es. Ich bin mir nie sicher bei dem Raum. So, sehen wir uns jetzt mal rum. The hotel kitchen was deserted and completely sterile. Whatever had happened to the staff, it had happened before they had started preparing dinner. A vast under refrigerator stood in the corner. I had no interest in the hotel's food storage. Schade, ich habe aber Hunger. Na gut. Hey, wo ist Abbott? Abbott! Ist er am Klo? Nö. Ist er vielleicht hier? Computer sagt nein. Aber vielleicht hier. Upsa. Wohl nicht. Was? 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 Ich komme hier nicht weg. Oh. Fuck, 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 fuck. Dieses Spiel. Dieses Spiel. It hurts. Ist er vielleicht hier drin? Den haben wir schon länger nicht mehr. Ich bin gerade ein bisschen ratlos, muss ich zugeben. Könnte er noch sein? Im Ausstellungsraum vielleicht? Nicht in diesem Ausstellungsraum. Ach, jedes Mal. Ah, Tatsache, da ist er. Oh, wow. Ich? Ach, Herbert, jetzt bleib mal ganz ruhig. Carl, der Name kommt mir aber irgendwie auch bekannt vor. Ja, Trilby, ich glaube nicht, dass er es jetzt glauben wird. Tja, auch kein Personal. Aber vielleicht weiß Abbott was über das Unicorn. Hm? Oh. Ah, ich stehe natürlich genau davor. The Elizabethan Period. Oh, wow. Das ist eine ganze Weile her. Vielleicht, ja. Super. Ich glaube, ganz so drastisch muss es nicht sein. Hier haben wir, wovon er geredet hat. Unten links direkt vor unseren Füßen. Ein Shingle, wie nennt man das? Eben ein Gasthausschild vom Unicorn selbst. Ich habe das Gefühl, wir müssen es anfassen. Ah, komm her. Touch too much. The shingle's design was a simple one, of a unicorn's head and half profile, painted with average ability of dark oak backing. As I pressed my fingertips to it, however, the design seemed to extrude from its backing like a hologram, and seemed to draw closer until my vision was filled with wood-grain mediocre brushstrokes. I could vaguely detect the professor speaking to me on the very edge of hearing, but by the time I realized it I was already gone.